It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da.
We're about to take it back.
Perfect.
Welcome to the 440 Podcast, the best podcast in Atlanta. Thank you for joining us for episode, who knows what it is, I haven't been counting. We are joined by four of the greatest niggas to ever touch this planet Earth.
After Jesus.
The 440 We're coming to you live from an undisclosed area.
Live.
And
Coming to you live.
you know how it is. If you joined on to the podcast before, thank you for joining us on Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. I'm looking at you, camera. As you can see, we've been plenty busy. We've been dropping video after video after video. And it's been showing. You know, the subscribers is going up, the views is going up. You're joining on with the journey, and it's pretty great. Before I get on to the podcast, you know what I got to do. Introduce everybody. So, coming on my far left is the man from South Beach, the man from where Pitbull screams every day, even though that man never be there, where black men go to rob and sell drugs. Marcus Metellus, say no more Marcus. Say no more Marcus. What is your opening statement today, sir?
It's cold outside. It's real cold outside. But it doesn't change the fact it's always Maybachs and G6. You already know what it is.
Maybachs and G6. I don't know what that beginning was, but whatchamacallit, on my left, the real king of cringe, the man that's always on all of your cues, Q. Say no. Oh no, your name's not saying no more Marcus. Ocean Gang Q. Ocean Gang Q.
Don't cut this.
Listen, Ocean Gang Q. Go ahead and cringe it up for me real quick.
This man right here, smooth like Fiji water. It's your boy Ocean Gang Cool. Follow me.
Ocean Gang Cool.
Smooth
Hey, look,
like
I
Fiji.
knew he was, bro. Don't listen. Just let it ride out.
Ocean Gang Cool.
Cool is actually
say that,
Spanish. Q. Actually, that's what it is.
Hold on.
Ocean Gang
Spanish for Q is cool.
Cool.
Fuck out of here.
Cool. Yeah, cool. I'm right.
Oh, you right, huh?
I'm right.
Anyway.
That was real smooth.
You done?
No, it was not.
Y'all done?
No.
You women done?
Moving on from, as I told you, I give you that cringe, boy. When I say that cringe is coming.
That was smooth.
Q is short for cringe, but whatchamacallit.
Anyway, continue.
On my far right, I saved the best for last. You want to splash? You want to wave? Nah, you got a tsunami. Tsunami 19. What is your opening statement today, sir?
You already know how I do, man. I always stay tripping. If you can't handle the trip, man, you get drizzed on. There you go.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that. Perfect.
CQ, that's how you do it.
Wow,
That's how
continue,
you do it
please,
opening.
before
You say what you have to say.
before this China ware gets juggled up.
This China ware.
What is this? Only the finest.
No.
Only
Q,
the
Marcus.
finest. No.
This is China. Marcus,
Don't try
this
to
is
make it
China
like
ware.
that. Don't try to make it
When do
like
you
that.
eat off this?
Don't try to make it like that. Just that Aladdin orange pumpkin.
They had pumpkins in Aladdin?
I said it's a simile.
You just don't give up, boy. You just want to
Anyway,
keep going, boy.
Anyways, first topic.
Yeah. We're going to move on to the first topic. Before we move on to the first topic, like I said, if you want to keep following the podcast, we are on Instagram too. You guys do not follow us on Instagram. When I shout out everybody's usernames, you can follow us on Instagram. Ocean Gang Q. Might say no more Marcus. Tsunami.19 and Jetpack Jeff, all on Instagram. And I think some of us Snapchat, but that's besides the point. Follow us on Instagram. You follow
All of
us
us Snapchat, really?
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the first topic. First topic today Oh, by the way, it is while recording it, this is December 22nd, 2019. So this is the last podcast of the year. If you enjoyed the podcast, make sure you go ahead and heart it on Spotify, like it on YouTube, and do I have to say it again? Follow us on all social media. The first topic today is Rihanna. She's in the news because she was on Instagram and posted a little funny meme, just a little funny meme of a cat dancing to some music. But that's not what was really the big thing. It doesn't matter what it was. It was an ugly ass nigga jumping in that little box. But the real important thing was that the caption. And the caption said that something along the words of, "This is how I feel listening to R9 but not posting it." Meaning that she has actually new music that's actually been recorded and whatnot, but has not been released to the public. So, how do you guys feel about this?
Troll.
It could be a good idea as to bring in more viewers. It could be a good marketing tactic.
What?
It could be a good marketing tactic, definitely.
First of all, whenever she was gonna drop that album, millions was gonna see that. This it ponders nothing to me. I was gonna listen.
Ponders
Well, that was a stupid smart word. Ponders.
Wow.
Ponder.
This one,
I'm pondering.
He be in the kitchen. He be in the kitchen looking at food. This ponders nothing to me.
It hit my equilibrium, baby. You're hilarious.
but nah, you say it's a troll. I say this means nothing, man. Straight up, it means nothing.
Are you a Rihanna fan?
I love Rihanna.
You're a Rihanna fan?
I am a Rihanna fan.
So were you expecting new music?
I'm expecting new music. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patiently waiting. Whenever it drops, I'll guarantee you that shit will be on my phone that night.
Did you know it was going to be called R9?
I just found out
It's not going to be called R9.
It's a troll.
Well, it doesn't matter. Whenever she drops her album, I will get it.
Like I said, it could be a good marketing tactic, and on top of that, let's say R9 it doesn't exist, but because the community's talking about it, it could catch fire. She might even use that. She might just use R9.
I think she's doing what Chance did with Chance 3. With Chance 3. I think she's just calling it R9 because it is her ninth album. I don't even know if it's her ninth album.
That's hard. R9 is hard. Whether she meant it or not, that's hard.
She's probably gonna call it something else, but I think that's what artists are doing now. They're calling it the number because Chance did it with the whole you know what I'm talking about. Ultra Light.
Niggas been doing that forever. The hell, Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 4, Carter 5. Everybody been doing that. That's not nothing.
I'm not a big Rihanna fan, but of course there's gonna be a hit on there, so of course I'm gonna be listening to that. I just had to get out the way that how David didn't think this is a troll. This is her.
I said to me, it's not a troll. That's what I said.
That's cute. Okay.
It's okay. So hush your mouth and continue talking.
What are you talking about? What? Anyway, like I was saying beforehand, because you think I was attacking you as a Rihanna fan. I think that because before this, people were like, it was a big thing that to ask her, hey, are you having an album coming out? Do you have music coming out? We want you to. She was kind of like Frank Ocean, where you don't know if she's gonna drop anything, because everybody's like, she's done with music because of the whole Fenty thing, right? Taking over the world. So people are like, she might be done with music altogether. But I guess it's good to see that
she's done with music, man. It is what it is.
Like she's going into that Jay-Z phase, or who's someone more recent, like
But I mean,
Wayne phase. Like they don't really need to drop music, but
at least
they can.
Jay-Z is doing something on the side like extra. I don't know what she's doing, but he has his own title music.
Everything.
So she's probably okay.
She
man.
has her own makeup on her lingerie.
We know.
So she might just be. She might really just be extra busy. I hand it to
dating
her.
that damn billionaire.
Oh, was she extra busy?
Yeah.
Extra.
Yeah, she ain't coming off that billionaire.
Well, that's everything I want to talk about with Riri. Is that everything for y'all?
Yeah.
So, and some. Oh, he got one more thing to say.
Riri, follow all of us. Riri, you know what we do. Yes, we are 404.
Yeah, I'm not saying no, but
if she
go ahead and do that, Riri. If you are
Riri,
listening,
if you follow me, you might as well just go ahead and fly me and my girl out to come see you. That's all I'm saying.
all right. In the next topic, we got your favorite troll, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is in the news because if you haven't heard already, this man has dissed the legendary white Jesus, Eminem himself,
In the flesh.
with the Black Squad in a diss song to him. But it starts from this, that Eminem was in a song on Fat Joe's new album, kind of bringing up some old wounds that were supposed to be mended and already healed up, but apparently they're not, and has some words about Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon and all that other stuff. So Nick went out his way to diss him back on a track featuring the Black Squad. I don't know if you guys had a chance to listen to it, but yeah, that's what's going on. So people are waiting on the Eminem response. So what do you guys feel about this? Nick Cannon,
I think if Eminem stays quiet on this and just treat him like an ant, I think it'll speak much more volume to him actually dropping a diss track.
Excuse me, but he already did respond.
Okay,
We're not talking about that sounds like Eminem.
Are y'all serious? That is him. It was 2 songs. I'm telling you, he dissed Mariah Carey, and then he
that was
dissed the
old.
whole Black Squad.
That Mariah Carey diss is old.
That's hell. It is. It's super old.
It is old. With the phone call, right? With the phone call at the end?
No.
Yes,
no.
bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Bro, I heard it back in the day.
I
It was
heard
really
years
old.
ago. It's old.
The one where he just completely annihilated her and then was talking about her song.
Yes, and Nick, he had it. Nick.
That was a really old.
Yes.
That came out in middle school.
On YouTube as something new.
Because somebody re-uploaded it. Yes, somebody re-uploaded it.
If it was on
That
Eardrop,
relevant
that
in
one you posted on
2018.
Eardrop was definitely fake, and the one that from beforehand
Why you
that was
saying it's
old.
fake, bro? That sounds just
Because it wasn't
It
him.
was a sound alike. It was a sound alike.
Some comedian that has a podcast that shouted out his own podcast on the verse. If y'all don't know, man, Marcus sent us the thing. Marcus sent us the thing in the group chat and swear this is the real Eminem.
Can a real Slim Shady please stand up?
Thank you. So people can know. You wouldn't think this would be a bigger deal if it was the real one? You wouldn't think this would be a bigger deal if it was the real one? We're not the only ones who think
We're
that.
talking about Nick Cannon here. Like,
Oh, come on,
Nick
man.
ain't
If
nobody.
Eminem disses a Yellow Wolf, it's gonna be.
that's what I'm saying. Like, their history is that everybody's just looking at it like, wow, okay.
Man, Eminem dissed MC. I mean, what's his
You know
name?
Nick can't try and just get him more of a
Machine
buzz
Gun
for his
Kelly.
show, more everything.
No offense to Machine Gun Kelly, but besides 2 songs, he's pretty much irrelevant. And that was a big deal.
His diss track was hard though. Eminem. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, it was. It was a good hit. His only hit. Well, his third hit.
It's an
Maybe.
attempted hit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, whatchamacallit? I hope people are hoping that he goes on Wild 'N Out. But if you ask me, that ain't never gonna happen.
MG Kelly on Wild 'N Out.
He's trying to he's trying to get 50 Cent on there. He's dissing 50 Cent also.
50 petty behind. Yo, he'll probably self-destruct that whole show. 50 Cent will self-destruct that whole show if he was on there. He'll really air out some stuff and play it off as a joke, and nobody will even know. They'll be like, it'd be over everybody's head. Say something slick. Yeah, I slept with your mama, and you ain't even know. Everybody like,
I don't even care if that was a fake rapper, man. If that was, if y'all say a sound alike, quote unquote,
it's true. Sound
If,
like.
if it's a sound alike, boom. I want to see the proof.
The proof, it's in the info.
I sound like a bunch of people, but I'm not. So what do you mean that Eminem? I sound like a nigga named Riley from Kansas State, probably. But how relevant is that? All right. Anyway, what you call it? If it was Eminem, why would he not put it on Spotify? Why would like the other stuff? Why would he not put it on Apple Music? Why would it be on a YouTube video on Eardrop?
There's a lot of music out here that has yet to be released.
From not from YWN Melly, not from
Murder on my mind.
We talking about Eminem.
21 Savage, Lil Uzi, all these, every new artist out here today, they have a lot of songs that's not on Spotify, Apple Music, on
Their names are not Eminem.
It's on YouTube.
Their names are not Eminem. Eminem has songs that've been on the chart for 5 years straight.
Lil Wayne. He had a song that was on the
That's Lil Wayne. That's his formula. That's not Eminem's formula. Eminem makes commercial music. Literally, he's dropped some garbage. I'm talking trash, and it went 250,000 in one day. Oh, look who it is! Look who it is walking through.
Is it the good one for real?
It's the only living room. You look like you robbing the house with this hoodie on.
Boy got them work pants on.
Whatchamacallit?
Work.
See me, not me there.
But yeah, I think that's all I got to say about this Eminem thing. To be honest with you.
That's on to the next one.
Well, that's everything from Eminem. I hope.
This nigga on his phone.
I hope. Are you really trying to find out if it's real?
Bro,
I gotta
him.
do flash.
Like there's nobody saying that it's fake. Like
Jeff, take my room downstairs, turn it into a studio. I ain't down there no more. All right?
Is it cool?
There's a whole big bed in the way.
Just move the bed out the way.
We could definitely do that.
Well, you know, we're still filming the podcast as we speak right now. So thank you, Ramundi, for talking on the.
This you in your mama living room, boy.
All right, get out.
You got your own studio.
Oh my God. Let's move on to the next topic. The NBA midseason tournament. I have nothing to know. You know who takes over that? These two people right next to me. So y'all go ahead and introduce the topic and talk about all that bull.
So the NBA has been coming. People in the NBA players such as James Harden, they have been talking to the commissioner, asking them like, can they do like a mid-season tournament and stuff? Basically, do the same thing that they're doing in the NCAA. To me personally, it sounds like a whole lot of something that's unnecessary. Like it doesn't draw me more attention to watch that tournament. Well, it depends on how they do the tournament. I might see it, but on all of that stuff, it doesn't grab my attention on.
Yeah, I was just about to ask enlighten me, cause
so this is what's going on. All right, let me pull up
because if they have like their own little like draft, like if different players, like especially like superstars for a mid-season tournament, that would be smooth. It'll be just no. Bro, if you think about it, it'll be just like the West versus East Coast, and people can pick their own teammates.
You're talking about an all-star game because that's what they already do. They already do that. So why would you have another one? That would just that big.
For midsummer, people are gonna watch it. It doesn't even matter how stupid it is or not. I would watch it.
Well, everybody would watch it. It's the NBA all the time.
Right.
But
So
they wouldn't do that from a business aspect because that'd just take away from the all-star game in itself.
I mean, would it because they in an All-Star game they have more events? We're talking about just like a mid-season tournament.
Mid-season tournament, but you talking about drafting players to a different team.
In the All-Star game, the difference will be they have their own. They have side other shit like the 3-point contest, the dunk contest. This is a specific tournament.
I mean, I'm not talking about the tournament. I'm talking about you talking about from the drafting standpoint. You think that in the middle of the season would hold any value towards what the All-Star game is? Because then if you do that defeats the purpose of highlighting what city is going to be, then the All-Star game in itself, and then the 3-point competition. It fails in comparison.
And I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
That's just miscuous and just a waste of time.
I get what you're saying, but I think you're looking too deeply.
When you get invited to the All-Star game and you're good enough to go, do you get paid a little bit extra to be in the game?
Yeah, you get an extra incentive.
So if you do get that, do you think some of these players the big ones that wouldn't want to do it, right? You think that open it up for the smaller guys? Guys are really good, but not the James Hardens, not the Steph Currys of the NBA to kind of want to do the midseason tournament?
They would have to get picked though.
That's exactly what makes me not want to see that thing all that much. And plus, they give $1 million.
Yeah, it's a $1 million
potential prize per player.
I'm hooping.
Exactly, but who wants to see that, man?
We literally just spoke on it. A lot of people will see it.
You go on and you go to the game. Like let's say you go to the Atlanta game. You want to see Trae Young play. You don't want to see none of the other bums play. You want to see if you're in LA, you want to see LeBron and Anthony Davis or Paul George or Kawhi play. If you don't see none of them play, man, you're gonna be kind of disappointed. That's what people are getting mad at right now.
Because you're not highlighting the superstars. Like the greatest part about the NBA is watching the growth and development of little stars, little players, watching them become stars. If you're just forcefully creating them, it's just not authentic. It's not real. Like, and then the buzz for them would just quickly die down, and it's just like.
Well, I mean, one thing, at least, maybe this might be on the same, if not better, than the Summer League or the G League or any other stuff that's put in by the NBA. So if we're gonna compare those two, I feel like that's perfectly fine to me. If I have a little flavor player, like y'all love to make fun of Jeremy Lin, but if Jeremy Lin was still on the Toronto Raptors roster right now, and I got to see him play, I may be a small group of person, but I definitely want to be the one to chime in. Or maybe the guy who was the white balding guy from the Lakers, who coming off the bench.
Austin.
It was a small little group now on
Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso. Maybe not pulling in millions of people, but if we're comparing that type of entertainment towards the Summer League entertainment and the G League entertainment onto a spectacle like that, then it kind of makes sense.
And that boy is growing too.
Also,
He's an exciting player to watch.
but you also got to think about it on a business standpoint, man, because the NBA is a business. So you got to think on a business standpoint. How much money you think you're gonna make if you have LeBron James coming down there? $1 million ain't nothing to LeBron. That's chump change. That's a dollar for that, man. So if you don't see LeBron James, everybody wants to see LeBron James play. Everybody wants to see James Harden play. Everybody wants to see Steph Curry, KD, all these stars play. But if you have like somebody like you said, Jeremy Lin, it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna bring like a small amount of people, but it won't rack in all the big money as
It's not gonna hold long.
It's not supposed to. That's not his
I was
purpose.
saying, we know the purpose. That's why I was saying the purpose of the other ones. We know the Summer League is for the young stars, right? The ones coming in.
Draft.
I mean, not necessarily. I'm sorry.
The
What's the league? No, yeah. Actually, I'm wrong. Yeah, the Summer League. When I keep talking about the John Wall and the Jeremy Lin situation. When there were new guys, right? The new guys always going to the Summer League every year. So if your new favorite player is a new draftee, he's gonna play in the Summer League. So that's where a lot of the audience goes towards. And then the G League. Why do we even watch the G League? What are the small people that watch the G League? They're the people watching their washed up players like your Lance Stevenson if he wasn't in China right now, or your players that are a little bit older that play over there. That's the type of audience they will get. So if the NBA is trying to put that little money they already put into those, like if there was a budget, boom, we put $5 million into these little things everywhere, right?
But no.
Well, we put $5 million into a mid-season type tournament because we see a need for players that don't get played. If they did it for that aspect, I think that makes sense. Because you're already putting that same amount of money towards things outside of the regular playoff and the preseason and all that. Why not put it towards a mid-season tournament? Make it look like an AAU type thing.
And that's the biggest problem with the NBA players. They don't want to see an AAU tournament because it's just like you're not. My thing about it is play the regular season. Like you're doing too much for the NBA now. It's honestly like the system is alright and it's great. Now if you're coming up with a plan to make the players want to work extra hard, cool. But at the end of the day, they're NBA players. They should already be working hard. It's trying to give them $1 million incentives, that shouldn't be really shit for them. It's either you playing hard during the regular season or you boot their ass to the Summer League. Trying to boost these niggas, nah, kick them out. There's other people who more hungry and ready to get into the league. Like the other night with that boy from the San Antonio Spurs, I forget his name. Nigga dropped 35 fucking points and then they won the game. And he was just coming from the D League in itself. Now you get these other bums trying to give him a time to shine and grow. Like, why are you in the league? Why are you in the league? Like, we could look at Jeremy Lamb. Jeremy Lamb he's a great shooting guard by all means, but this dude is lackadaisical. Like, he could be promising, but damn, look at the Charlotte Hornets right now. They can't get over the hump because you have an inconsistent player like these guys. You got to work to become consistent. You got to be working for these contracts, or you got to have these other people in the D League. Like, bro, my thing is you got to weave these people out.
Well, we'll have to wait and see for that one. This next topic has to do with the king. Well, not the king, but one of the kings. Andre 3000, a man who doesn't even live in the city, is still the king of it. He had been on, a podcast. I just want to say an interview because I don't know what it was. Him and Rick Rubin had a conversation because I guess Andre wanted to talk and finally put his voice out there. And he said some pretty interesting things on the podcast. And one big thing was that Andre 3000 is still making music. Last time we've heard from him, if you don't remember, is 2 songs he dropped on SoundCloud, kind of about his parents because he did lose his mom. But he said he's been making music. He said he's been at the piano making music, whatnot. And he's residing in New York right now. But every time he puts out music or he tries to record music, it's not really inspiring to him to put out, to put as a complete project or just to put out for someone else to hear or anything like that. Like he's not really feeling inspired, which is interesting because for the longest time we haven't really heard nothing from Andre from music wise. We thought that he just quit and left. He barely does shows, so this is very big news to everyone. And before I even pass it on, I just want to say that's crazy because I argue all the time with people that Andre would be super fire if we just got one project from just him, not no half thing, not no thing with kind of big board, not no another project, Because the closest thing we have from that is what's the thing called? The Love Below.
Yeah, the Love Below.
The
That,
Love
I was
Below.
just about to say that
That
too.
half of that
And Big
that
Boys.
album.
I forgot the name of Big Boys.
The double the Outkast
But yeah.
album. Yeah. But I always argued I wanted one only Andre album. Big Boy has plenty of albums by himself. He's got one with new artists. He's got
Sir Lucius Left Foot.
Lucius Left Foot, the one with a couple. He's got hits.
Long day.
Big Boy has hits by himself. Everyone knows that. Everyone respects that. I just wish Andre had at least one project to himself because I feel like a great song will come out, you know. But we haven't got that. So, what do y'all think about the fact that he says he's not inspired?
I mean, it happens to the best of artists. A lot of artists get artistic block. It's kind of like writer's block before artists, you know. And you know, you're your own worst critic. People who really passion something, they're gonna critique themselves heavily. So I respect and I understand them. But at the same time, I feel like he definitely has enough music. I feel like he's been making music underway, and he definitely has enough music to probably put out 3 albums by now.
I feel like he's just he wants to be alone too long because I feel like it was a big move for him not to be here in Atlanta, where all his contemporaries were, like Killer Mike and Big Boy and all the other underground artists that we all know him, like the whole Dungeon family, like Mobb Deep and all those people. All right, anyway, whatchamacallit?
Who?
Yeah, Futures was in the Dungeon family. Too.
I just feel like he's in New York for a reason, blocking like it's weird to me when I hear stuff like he's walking around the city at the airport playing the flute. Or I hear stuff like, yeah, you can just catch him eating, you know, some food or whatever down the street in New York. I'm like, I understand being away because you know A$AP Rocky is one of those people just like
he
him.
is super to himself.
That's just
he's
super
gone,
to himself.
boy, yeah.
But Andre not even making music, not being in the spotlight, and not making music for the masses. It's like, and he wants to do it. It's not like he's just making music for fun, right? He's making music and he feels like he can't put it out.
I mean, you can't knock that man. I mean, he knows what's great and what's not. Shoot, I mean, I honestly don't have a problem with it because I wouldn't.
Did y'all hear that Anderson .Paak song? He said, "Did you hear that? The last Anderson song the feature he did with Anderson .Paak."
Nah.
You didn't hear it? Go listen to Anderson .Paak's last album, Ventura. He's in the first song, "Come Home," dropping bars. Shit's fire. That nigga is fire. He wrote that for an R&B artist for his first freaking track
Yeah, we know.
this year. But he's just not gonna put on nothing that's flames.
I think he's just got this mindset of I don't think the world is gonna like it, like because you know the music has changed over the course of.
You gotta think about it.
This man
You
got
gotta
an
think.
audio of him sitting down on a couch and going.
What you gotta think about it? You gotta think about. I'm going.
I mean, but that's you. But you gotta.
You think I'm the only one?
But I mean, I'm saying, bro.
who listens to anything.
But he's been out of the limelight for so long. Like niggas is. Just
He's
not-
one of those people that can come back into the game and everybody's just gonna love him. Everybody's gonna love him.
I mean, but I'm saying that's probably what he's thinking. I feel what y'all saying, but he's probably thinking the same. Like, yo,
I mean, no, I don't think it's the time. I think he's just a real critique about his stuff, really, man. Because
I understand that, and that's what I think. That's what I was trying to argue because, like, I feel like he really wants his stuff to be nothing but perfect, like a perfectionist type thing. But
That's what Frank Ocean
it's been
like.
10 years, my G.
I mean, you can't.
And you've made music for people for 10 years, my G. You don't have nothing for yourself, and you want to. It's like you want to put something out for yourself. That's one thing. It's like if you didn't want to, I get it. But he wants to put music out, but nothing has come out yet. But you making me put you saying it's good enough for someone else, and it's not good for you, and 10 years later nothing has come out.
You can't hit on a man like that.
Just put something out.
You gotta think about it, man. He's having right now. He probably right now having like a mental block right now. On why he's not releasing none of his music that he already has written down and recorded and all that type of stuff. There's a lot of artists that's out here right now that has a lot of stuff that's recorded that's not released to the public just because they think it's not good enough. But as soon as it's released, it's already a banger. So you just got to think about it from that type of point of view. Like, he just at a mental block right now. Like, he's trying to be real critique about this stuff. He wants his stuff to be perfect because every artist wants their album to be perfect. They don't want it. They don't.
Thinking that he needs to get out and start. Now, if not and working with other people is not working, then go out and just start doing your old stuff. Like start going on stage, feeling what you used to feel when you were creative back in the day. But what he's doing right now is not working. sitting by yourself and being by yourself in New York, has it worked for him before? He's got a mental block? No, it hasn't worked.
I mean, honestly, what I think is because people praise his past work so much, it's hard to live up to that hype, especially when people. Hey, y'all,
speaker
bro,
box and all that shit.
when artists is trying to compete against their own past, that's hard.
Yeah,
That's hard. You want to try to make something better than that, and then like even if you do in your eyes, to the public, it could be what?
Yeah.
It's so heavily praised that much. It's like anything
How long
after,
was Hey Ya #1?
Yeah.
And that's why I
You
look.
over here trying to make something.
That's why I look at like artists like artists that come back like Lil Wayne and Jay-Z and whatnot. Even though y'all know how I feel about the last Carter, but no matter how that Carter 5 was sounding, you're gonna have people that are gonna listen. One, and two, you're gonna have something with all the tracks that were on there. It's gonna be something that someone likes. If he goes in there wanting to get a #1, that's one thing. That's monetization. But if he wants to go out there and put some type of music that people can feel, someone's gonna feel something. Period. Because I feel like when you have an artist that has put out the type of stuff that he's put out on multiple albums, he's already got the respect from the whole music.
At the end of the day, you gotta respect how he feels. If it ain't quality, don't put this.
It's been
shit
10
out.
years, bro. It
could be 10,
Andre
20,
wants me to
30
listen
years.
to his music. He's telling me that on this podcast. He wants me to listen to his music. He's like, I want the people to listen to my music, but I haven't came out with nothing. Then you're not gonna find it. You're gonna have to either try something different or just put it out and see what happens. Nothing's gonna work from there. From 10 years, come on now. If I try to do the perfect thing for 10 years, just give it up. Just put it out.
You're being impatient, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be impatient for 10 years, bro.
It is what it is. If we're gonna be waiting for Rihanna shit forever now, hey, you might not.
Rihanna didn't wait no 10 years to drop one track. Y'all respecting the man, but I'm not gonna act like it's stupid. There's a difference between respect and saying, it doesn't work for you.
There's been days you don't even think about Andre like that, so it's just like you wait. You gonna continue waiting.
You know what I think
You
about
have no
myself?
other choice.
You know what I think about myself?
I'm just saying. You think about Andre on the regular.
Y'all know
You
what I
thought
think about
that
myself.
nigga at 1 o'clock this morning. Shut your lying ass up.
You don't know what the heck I was thinking about at 1 o'clock this morning.
I don't, but I
be
know
thinking about sleep
Andre ain't on
during
your
that
mind
hour.
24/7, bro. He is not on your mind 24/7.
I ain't worried about nobody at no 1 o'clock in the morning.
What,
Me and
that
that
bed?
sleep, boy.
And Apex.
What? Apex? What? And these commas.
Well, that's Andre in the back. You guys have anything else to say?
No.
I mean, recap. Hey, I respect the way that, like, once he does come out with that fire, he's
Hey.
shutting the masses down.
My last thing, hey, even if it's not fire, I want to listen to it. If it's the sound of you going,
That's a hardcore.
I want to hear. That's what I want you to get from this. If you listen to this, I don't care if you're breathing. Please let me stream it 150 times for you, please.
Let's get it.
Last topic of the situation of the podcast is the recap of 2019. So we wrote this down just to talk about some of the last things that have happened in this year. Because if you listen to our first couple of podcasts, we recapped the albums and whatnot. But so much has happened this year that we're just gonna generalize it and just talk about something big that's happened this year. And when I think about 2019, boy, so much stuff happened. Boy, politics, music, film. A lot of people making podcasts. T.I. made a podcast this year.
Expeditiously.
Expeditiously. He heard podcasts as a thing, and then like he made expeditiously. That boy T.I.
Movies, yup.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is the end of a decade. Not only just the end of the year. This is the end of a decade. As you can, 10 years ago was 2010.
And then we created a podcast.
It's been such a crazy thing to think that this has been a decade. Like when I think 2010, I'm like, oh yeah, I was a teenager. But teenager 10 years ago, boy, that makes you sound old. So what do y'all think about just 2019 in general? You think about the end of the decade, or do you think about what's coming up the next year?
I just think about what's coming up the
end of
next year. I
2019?
don't even really be like too into it or anything. Not like I used to, but me, it's just a whole nother year, which means it should be a restart for everybody, or just a continuation of what you're trying to build upon. So,
Hey, like he said, I mean, 2020 is a crazy number to look at, but at the end of the day, You just got to see it as another year to build and progress, and honestly, do good for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing, I ain't trying to hit you with the cliche "New Year, New Me" bullshit, but everybody. I mean,
Like, people like.
at the end of the day, I mean, it's just about doing good. Like, come on now, we're on the grind as we all can see.
Facts.
I mean, David done upgraded from what kind of hat did you have before?
He upgraded from Splash Man to Tsunami.
Now we got
Ain't no ocean. It can only be one ocean.
Omar Epps made it to 8 miles, as we can see.
It can only be one ocean.
New York Yankees had. He didn't even have that at the beginning of the podcast. He upgraded, dog. He had no choice but to upgrade.
Boy, you
Don't look
ugly.
at me. Don't look at me. Dirty.
This man ugly.
Tsunami.
We ended off this year. This year went by very fast, and this year went by in a blur. And I feel like we knocked this year out in the park. Most people be like, oh, 2019 wasn't my year. Nigga, last year you said 2019 was gonna be your year, so stop the bullshit and get your ass up, man. Get your ass up and do what you gotta do. Just like Marcus said, we out here doing things, man. When Marcus came up here, Marcus got down, he had no hat on. Now he has a hat on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, last year when your beard was only solely full, solely half full.
Now you got a full beard. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, I noticed the progression.
But nah, 2020,
You still
man. 2020, man, you just gotta come harder, man. 2020, I can see nothing but big things happening. Like, I was like, man, shit, bro, 2020 is gonna be harder. We got a lot of stuff planned for 2020. If you're not planning up to your future, man, then you're stuck in the past. And when you're stuck in the past, you cannot live up to your expectations.
Okay.
Hey, I know it's cool to hate on the cliche, but hey, New Year, New Me. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about, boy. It's about to be New Year. Bitches, hoes, foreigns. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? Fuck you talking about? 2020 vision. I do not care. That's the one thing I like about the cliche is that if you say New Year, New Me, and you actually live up to that shit, who's gonna talk junk about you? If I come back next year and I got 2 New York hats on me, you gonna talk junk?
Hey,
I'ma still talk my shit just because you said that.
Don't give a damn. You gonna have to talk to me in my Bugatti, nigga. For all I know is, to be on the real though, I do like this wave that's been going on. As you can see, this year everyone is like doing the New Year, New Me, November 31st, and trying to like November 30th, and trying to like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym now. Oh, I'm gonna start this thing now. Like I've seen that a lot on my page, that people are really trying to change themselves earlier so they don't become a part of the wave of the year just started, so I'm trying to change now. Which I think that's a progression in the right direction.
Some progression in the right direction.
Fuck the bullshit. Anything. What was the highlight? I mean, it ain't gotta be you.
One highlight of 2019. More than
give me more. I mean, more than one if you got that many. You know what I'm saying? What was the highlight? It could be you personally, or a movie that came out this year, like your prediction, or what happened, like what happened in your life, what happened in Q's life, what did you see in somebody else, like what you got?
My year, I ran through 2 cars. Got 2 jobs. What else happened, boy?
You got 2 jobs.
Been to 2 states. Where I been? And I'm about to, it's been a crazy year.
Crazy year too, bro. I ran through 3 apartments. All that needs to be said out there. Car issues. I had to spend money, drop money on that. 2019, it had some hands, but 2020, boy, I'm fighting back.
My highlight of the year was being right on these old ass niggas when I was telling them that. Y'all remember when I said Avengers was gonna be number 1? So anyway, that's can that be my highlight? Can that be my highlight? Shut your ass up.
You were never right about that. No one even argued that.
Anyways, what's yours? Anyway, no, like I was saying, shut your dirty ass up. Anyways, like I was saying.
Man, all I gotta say is my car broke down while I was getting money, and it stopped me from getting money. So
that's a fact, though. It did.
When he actually not nowhere near that car.
That was a fact, though.
It's not funny, but it's real fact.
Shut your serious ass up.
Boy, shut up too.
This because you in House and what other movies he's in? Love and Basketball? Shut your ass up, nigga. I'll play you for it. Nigga, shut up. I'll play you for it. Play another game.
Oh, but I be carrying y'all. Don't make me drop the pick.
All right, we're about to end this podcast because this nigga obviously got some work.
But anyway, well, back to me. What was my highlight of the year? My highlight of the, well, I mean, the growth, honestly, was just the progression of 404 North. That's been crazy. It's been real fun. It's been real fun.
The videos have been dropping super quick and they've been super quality, by the way.
Yeah.
Your welcomes provided by us for. Don't ever say we didn't do nothing for you.
Yeah.
You're welcome for all the quality
Straight
content
up.
we put out for you. It's gonna be even more quality because God bless that we've been in a little bit of a better position to put out even more stuff, add more things to our cameras, add more effects to our stuff, be a little bit more comfortable on camera. A lot of good things I've seen throughout the
And I got an
video.
apartment.
And another good thing though, we got haters out here, man. People disliking our videos, man.
Special announcement: if you're from 4chan, please press the like button and leave, bro. I'm tired of y'all people joining every single podcast and every single video and hating us. 4chan hates us, boy. And my bad, I just had to say this to the haters. You, Keith, whatever your name is.
Kenneth.
Yeah, Kenneth, Johnny.
I mean, hey, I respect the haters, man, because the bigger you get, the more haters you're gonna get.
Hey, bro, I honestly thought that was K Friends who. Cause you remember how anything she was tagged in, they was just hating. I thought that was her.
Stopped. She's not even that big.
Bro, I mean, but still, I thought that was her. I was just like, wow. Cause first drop, it was a dislike within the first 5 minutes. I said, wow. I swear to God.
We got 4 dislikes
in the first 5 minutes when it dropped, I was like, that is the quickest dislike I've ever seen. Did you even go a minute into the video? And I was just like, yeah, I promise you. Because when y'all made the text, I looked at the video, it was already a dislike there, and it was up for 5 minutes. And I was like, whoa, that was crazy.
Well, guys, I think that's everything from here. I'm gonna try to end this off. Your boys gotta catch flights. Cute, goddamn. So we gonna respect this time and try to get that in. But thank you for a good 2019. It's been a fabulous year. We've been killing it, and I'm really happy for us as a unit. We've been really progressing, and I cannot wait to recap next year when this is gonna be a totally different scene. So, I want to thank y'all for joining. Everybody who's been a part of this situation. I can't wait to see where we're going to come up for the future. But 404 Nor has to go. Peace out.
Peace.